Morning guys, welcome to Hollywood Hills. As promised from last week's show, we're going to be talking about the 424 Cross Country Championship Racing Series. With low numbers on the page, we decided, and Jono made the right call here as well, to draw a line in the sand after 3 rounds of the championship. The riders that we'll be talking about on the quads, the juniors, the ladies, and the men's categories will be the riders that scored in 2 or more of the championship rounds, getting their points on the plate. Once we've wrapped up the championship, we'll be giving a big high five, but we'll also be talking about what's going forward into the future of 424. Let's start things out with our junior categories. The 50cc's, the little bobbleheads, gave us some really cool racing, and that gave Wyatt Walter the best points on the plate. He took the more wins out of everyone else. Henry Van Staden was in second, with Aidan Mostert rock solid in third place. Our junior 85s was Jason Leslie. He is so strong on that Suzuki. He walked away with wins ahead of Christian Labuschagne and Keegan Allison. That was the top 3. On the 85 big wheels, Christian Labuschagne, Jacques Nordier, and Jason Leslie were the point scorers. And in the ladies, the little 85 KX of Tanishka Tunison beat out on Charlene Ferreira. She goes top of the charts. On the Masters, it was Peter Walter and Werner Mostert, the guys out of Motornetics, more famous for driving in side-by-sides in the national categories, but they do come up and they do support these races. Peter was the best on his events. In the OR1s, Vincent Lloyd was fastest ahead of Nick Wells, who shared points for second place with the luckless George De La Rosa. Shane Nienaber was in third place. In the OR2s, a very dominating first half of the championship for Jaco Nordier, ahead of Chris Skitter, Brendan Fick, and Jean-Andre Smit. In the OR3s, his brother, Jean-Andre Nordier, dominated ahead of Bernard Besadenhout and Francois Van Heerden, with Dwayne Leslie and Tian Viviers sharing points for fourth place. In the quads, the Q1s, Stefan Ferreira beat out on Anton van Nieuwenhuizen, and in the Q2s, it was Christian Ferreira. Great high five coming in from the Busman Racing squad as well. These guys were out there at every single round, and they really made it a very pro pit down in the pit village, and we really thank them for all of their support, and to Busman for really getting the speed up on the lads. On the seniors, Stephen Potgieter beat out on Werner Van Heerden ahead of Tommy Stevens, and in the senior quads, Kobus Ferreira was the fastest ahead of Donna Klein Stemmet. On the Weekend Warrior bikes, which was some of our biggest gates on the tour, Jacques Nordier beat out on Mark Frith, Johan Luss, Johan Erasmus, and Ethan Diaker were your top 5. And the Weekend Warriors for the quads saw Sean Frith ahead of Darren Dick and Nelson Leslie. So that was all of our categories, and well done to everyone, and thank you to everyone who supported the first 3 rounds of the championship. By supporting them, we give you guys a little bit of a high five here on Hollywood Hills and put your names up in lights. So what's next on the cards for 424? The Cross Country Series will be drawn a line, but the 424 brand will still be going strong. Let me tell you about it. Before we sign off on the Cross Country Series, which I really enjoyed working, by the way, I want to say a couple of big high fives and thank yous for the people that put in the effort to make it what it was. First things off, a big thanks to Anton from AC Crane Hire, one of the big sponsors, helping out with some of the money. To Dave from Saltel Whitbank, always having them connected on the radios. For Candice and William, our dedicated medics, who had to put in a little bit of work this year as well. For Stefan and Alma, helping out with the marshalling and the admin. And BJ and Charlize also helping out with marshalling and admin. And all of the friends at 424 and the family. 424 as a brand will continue. They're looking at doing 2 big events a year and 2 charity events. Probably something like toy runs for the off-roads. And of course, we'll be looking forward to this weekend's event, the Cancer Charity event, which is really, really going to be a spectacular event. The race team will also continue and will be competing in races around the area, also hitting some of the nationals. There'll be a couple of training days that'll be thrown in, as well as the option of looking at an online accessories shop, as well as bike and race prep for bikes and quads. So 424 is still going to be going strong. Also, they will be running 1 big event a year, and they will be covered by MSA rules. These will be 2-day race affairs with racing on the Saturday and Sundays. Time trial on the Saturday, racing on the Sunday, 4-hour races. And they'll be held with lodging and camping, chalets, great deals for riders and their families. So please come and support. And of course, here at Hollywood Hills, we'll be helping them out as best we can to make sure we promote and advertise well in advance for these events so that you guys can just crowbar them into those crazy busy calendars that I know you all have. Also on the thank you list, a big thanks to Butter, that's Butter Ackerman, as well as Tally's Tallyard for putting in some work out there and getting us those incredible pictures that they've been posting the whole way through the year. So thanks to those guys. Next up is, of course, this weekend, and that is the Cancer Association Charity Ride. Remember, it is basically arrive, throw in your one hot lap, and get the job done. We want to make sure that everyone gets up there as well, so make sure that you do make a note of the number on the advert. The pin drop will be sent to you as well, and of course, all of the profits from the event will be going to charity, and this is a great initiative, and I'm so pumped that 424 got involved in this one as well. For everyone that went out there and raced with us for the first 3 rounds, once again, we want to say a big thank you to you and big thanks to 424. The initiative definitely worked. It's just in this day and age to get numbers on a very tightly packed calendar. It's a big ask. That's it for now, but watch out as we report back on how things went down on the 424 and Cancer Association event. That's the one that we're holding this weekend at Bronkhorstspruit. We'll do a short review of how that went down and tell you who was the fastest in each of their categories on next week's show. That'll be when I get back and wipe all the sand out of my eyes from the desert. For now, hang out, chill out, and we'll see you on the other side of the coin. Cheers.